Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are doing a boyfriend reading for Lee No, and yeah, let's just jump into his reading. So the card to represent his general energy is the butterfly card, and this is an air element. The colors that we see here is blue, which will connect to the throat chakra, and orange will talk about the sacral chakra. This tells me that he is someone that is very good at communicating, especially since this is an air element. And he's very good at speaking his truth. He's very good at, I'm gonna say, setting his boundaries because of the other cards that we have here. But with the blue card, it also talks that he talks. It also shows that to him, communication and conversation are very important. I heard the word dialogue or dialoguing. So basically, he finds it very, very important to be able to talk to someone and get a response and have, maybe intellectual is not the word, but have like a meaningful conversation with someone. So I do think he will be the type of boyfriend that will put a lot of value in having a good conversation partner or being able to have this in-depth meaningful conversations with whoever he's dating. So that could also be like, this is like the time where he will feel the most connected to whoever he's dating, or he thinks it's very important to have very truthful and meaningful conversations with whoever he's dating as a way of figuring out who they are and what type of person they are, as well as what they're looking forward into their life or how they're about to move forward in life, something along those lines. The other thing that we have here with the sacral here, what we have here with the orange, we talk about the oh yeah, it is the sacral chakra. um when we talk about the sacral chakra, it kind of shows that he's very passionate, he's very driven, he's extremely motivated, and he may have, well, he's very passionate with the red that we have here, so he may be very physical. Physical touch could be one of his love languages. Is it just touch? Touch is one of his love languages. There you go. But the other thing that I wanted to point out here with the butterfly, though, is that he is someone that is constantly changing, shifting, and transforming. He's always trying to be the better version of himself. He's always trying to adapt and change to his environment. He's always trying to improve himself, or he's always transforming and becoming a new person. So this tells me that he's a type of boyfriend that is very good at adapting to whoever he's dating. But I'm also getting this feeling that he wants to be with someone that also wants to change, that wants to transform and become their better version of who they are. So I do feel that he is also someone that, he's a type of boyfriend that is very he's a type of boyfriend that is very pretty or very handsome, and he is very magnetic, so he attracts a lot of people. I'm saying that because of the butterfly, but he's also the type of boyfriend that he, because you know what song is coming into my head? I don't know who sings it, but it's called Butterfly and Flower or something like that. And I really like the song, but there is this like part of it that is coming into my mind, this whole idea of like someone that wants to be loved but is maybe like afraid of commitment. But with him, it's kind of like, it's just kind of hard to grasp him, or it's kind of hard to reach him or figure him out. I guess is the best way I can talk about this. It's like he's constantly changing and adapting to like the best version of himself, that it's a bit difficult for people to figure him out, or it's kind of difficult for people to understand who he is by the core, or like who he really is deep inside. So the things that will never change about him, if that makes sense. You know what this makes me think? I don't think he's an air sign, so that's kind of the strange part here. I think he's actually a sun in Scorpio, but it almost feels like he had all of this air placements or this air energy that many people can't figure out and can't really grasp, or like can't really put him in a box. They can't really figure him out because he's constantly moving and constantly changing. So to some people he may seem cold and distant, and to others he may seem disingenuous was the word that came up. So fake, that's what I'm getting at. Or too surface level. People that are air signs will be able to understand his energy better than anybody else because these people kind of live like that. I mean, I'm a sun in Libra, so maybe I know what this means. It's like someone that, I don't know, he's a type of boyfriend that is just, he may seem very fleeting. I don't know if he has commitment issues or if he's just kind of hard to understand. Like, it's kind of hard to reach the depths within him that will make it easier for people to understand where he's coming from and who he is, basically. Now, if we look at his oracle cards, I'm a bit afraid. So let's talk. We have anger, illumination, and stop. So we have 2 red cards. This made me think for a split second. Does he have anger issues? So if he does, watch out. He could be hot-tempered, he could have anger issues. But the other thing that I'm going to say here, though, with all of the red and all of the warm colors that we have here with this yellows and this red, this makes me think that he's a very warm person. Also, I'm getting fire signs. So he is extremely passionate, very driven, very motivated. So stuff that we talked about with that sacral chakra. But he's also, how should I put it? Very spontaneous, very genuine. So that makes me think of Aries energy. So it's like what you see is what you get type of vibe. But the other thing that I was going to mention with the stop here is that he has very strong boundaries. And with his anger, seeing that eye, that makes me think that he's either very intuitive or he is someone that is very perceptive. So he's very good at kind of reading people or reading the room or just knowing things to be true. What is that called? Clairvoyance. Like, he just knows information and he doesn't really know where it comes from, and he tends to usually be right. So his intuition is pretty spot on. So seeing this makes me think that he is someone that has a zero tolerance policy. He has very strong boundaries and he makes them very obvious to people. He is not afraid of telling people off when they push his buttons or when they overstep his boundaries. Like, if he already established what he's okay with and what he's not okay with, if anyone pushes that for no reason, he gets very pissy about it. So again, he has very zero tolerance. I don't know if this is a reaction or if that's just his nature. So what I mean by reaction is, like, I don't know if he has been pushed to be this way or he has met a lot of people that he has had to constantly set his boundaries straight or constantly mention to them, this is this is what I'm okay with and this is what I'm not okay with. So I don't know if this is because of people he has dealt with or if that is just his nature. Now, if you see the anger in the stop card, this made me, it kind of, I don't know, it brought some alarms in my head. But if we see the clarifiers, it kind of makes sense a bit more. So he's not that bad. Let me just put it that way. He's not a red flag, y'all. So with the illumination card, that makes me think of someone that is very positive, someone that is like, it makes me think of the sun rising or the sun kind of peeking out through the window. So that makes me think that he's very creative. He's usually very optimistic, and he's usually also someone that brings a lot of laughter and positivity towards other people. So he'll be the type of boyfriend that, as long as whoever he's dating is not pushing his buttons on purpose and is not pushing his or like overstepping his boundaries on purpose, then he is a ray of sunshine. He's very nice, he's very positive, he's very lighthearted. Again, I do feel that he's a type of, you know how there's some people that when they get angry, they kind of just slowly seethe and brew within them? Well, he is a type of person that when he's angry, he makes it very clear, very apparent, and he just tells the person off right there and then. So that makes me think of this Aries energy of like, instead of holding his anger in, he just kind of explodes on that person. I don't really know to what extent he does this. So what I mean by that is like someone that just says, how should I put it? Because you could have someone with anger issues, like genuinely you don't want to deal with these people type of anger issues, but he could also be dealing with this in such a way that it's actually quite healthy. Like he just takes his anger out right there and then and just says, you know, this is what I'm okay with, this is what I'm not okay with, and then that's it. Like he doesn't, he's not gonna bring this fight up like 10 years from now type of vibe. like he just solves the issue right there and then. That's kind of what I mean. So that's why like he could have this burst of anger that makes sense. Like he's not just getting anger for no reason. And then I will say that's quite healthy. But if he's doing this and it reaches extremes that are not healthy, then of course it's not good. That would be a red flag. That's what I'm getting at. Anyway, I do feel that if whoever he's dating doesn't push his buttons, how should I put it? I don't think he's like a taking time bomb. Like he doesn't have the personality of someone that is constantly angry. I do feel that something could have happened that caused him to be this way, to constantly set his boundaries. But let's get to the tarot for you guys to understand why this could be the case. So underneath the anger card, the card clarifying it is the Queen of Acorns reverse, which is Leo energy, or the Queen of Wands. This tells me that he is still working on his confidence. He's still working on either connecting to his creativity or connecting to his passions, or like he's still working on being the best version of himself. So I do feel that this anger card could just show that he doesn't want anyone to get in the way of his growth and his development. And one thing that I kind of saw as I was taking the cards out, or like one message that was coming up constantly, is that he wants to date someone that wants to change and wants to become the best version of themselves, because he wants to help them and push them to go down that path, to always work on themselves, to always be better, to always improve, because that's something that he's doing for himself. So I do feel that he wants to be with someone that will also change and adapt. So not someone that's super stubborn, or maybe he doesn't want to be with someone that is too set on their ways. So I think for a temple, one example is like he will be okay with, let's say, an earth sign. He will be okay with their practical way of doing things and their ambition to move forward. But then one of the issues that he can encounter with signs like those is like, then these people could be a bit too complacent for him, like for his view. Like he may think of them as people that are not that flexible. And I think he wants someone that is able to adapt. So all I'm saying is that this Queen of Acorns reverse just tells me that he wants to be with someone that wants to change, that wants to become better, someone that has done their healing, and if they haven't finished with their healing, that they are working towards that better version of them, basically. Underneath illumination, we have number 5 with shaman, divine wisdom, and spiritual power. So this is the equivalent to the Hierophant, and this just kind of shows that he wants someone that he can learn a lot from. He wants someone that is quite stable. Also, the shaman is Taurus energy, so this kind of shows that he wants someone that is beautiful inside out. Someone that is able to, that has a very good eye for pretty things, because Taurus is connecting to Venus energy. So this makes me, when I mean pretty things in this case, I mean like someone that is able to enjoy the beautiful things in life, someone that's able to delve into their desires and do what they want to do, what makes them happy, someone that is not afraid of cardinal desires, someone that is not afraid of material possessions. So what I mean here is like he wants to be with someone that is living their most authentic and genuine life. And he will be the type of boyfriend that will love to shower whoever he's dating with gifts. He's quite traditional as well, so he is the type of person that like will make it very obvious that he's dating whoever he's dating. Like, he's not the type of person that will kind of leave it up in the air. So even though he's always changing and adapting, and he may seem to others as this someone that has commitment issues or is very fleeting, in reality he's actually quite traditional, and he'll make it very obvious to whoever he's dating that he likes that person and that he wants to have a serious relationship with them. So if anyone around him is kind of like wondering what they are, then there's a high chance like he is actually not interested in that person, because it's not clear, right? It's not obvious. um, if anything, that person is probably just doesn't really know him, so doesn't realize that um, he's just not interested in them. But yeah, this Chapman energy also makes me think that he's a type of these two cards. So this Leo energy and this Taurus energy tells me that he is the type of boyfriend that is extremely generous to whoever he's dating. He will spend a lot of money on them, may it be for their security or for their desires. So either showers them with gifts or showers them with a lot of luxurious things. But that's because of the zodiac signs that we have here. But with the Chapman energy, this kind of shows that he is someone that is constantly, like, he could be quite spiritual, or he's very interested in self-growth and self-development, and because of that he wants to bring a lot of knowledge and inspiration to whoever he's dating, and kind of inspire them and push them towards becoming the best version of themselves, as we talked earlier, but also kind of inspire them, or like give them a lot of knowledge about philosophies of life, ways of thinking, maybe even broaden their horizons and be a bit of a leader in how these people can take the realm of their own life. So I think he likes to do that with whoever he hangs out with and whoever are in his immediate circles. So whoever he's dating will also get a bit of like this preachy talks from him once in a while. If not, I do feel like he wants to date someone that is quite intuitive or someone that is quite spiritual, and I think he will really admire to be with someone that is some sort of like spiritual coach or a life coach or a spiritual leader, or you know what I'm getting? Like, he could be also very interested in people that work in designing homes, maybe someone that does architecture, or someone that helps people, like, is it feng shui? Like, I don't, something like that. Like, he's interested in people that help create a comfortable safe space, or people that are working on improving themselves, something along those lines. But the last cards that we have right here, so underneath the stop card we have the Magician with willpower and creation, and then we have the Traveler or the Fool with adventure and potential. These two cards tell me that underneath stop, this is why I was talking about setting healthy boundaries, because when I saw the stop card, I thought of someone that is, I thought of like maybe rejection or anger, resistance, like I thought of all these negative things. But when I saw the cards that were clarifying it, I realized that it was talking about boundaries, because the Magician talks about someone that creates, it's Mercury energy. So it also talks about moving very quickly. It talks about manifesting quickly. It talks about someone that has all the knowledge and the resources or the tools to manifest anything into their life. And the Fool talks about someone that is a risk taker, someone that's taking the leap of faith, someone that is moving forward, someone that is starting a new journey, someone that, so all I'm saying is that these cards are so positive that it made me think that right now he's on a roll, or right now he's going through these transformations, and he has this set goal of like moving in a certain direction, that he's not allowing anyone to get in the way of this positivity or get in the way of this new mentality that is helping him move forward towards his transformations, move forward to these new chapters in his life, to do things differently, do things that make him happy, and this sense of abundance that he has within him, he's not allowing anyone to get in the way of that. So this tells me that this top card was talking about setting very strong boundaries. So he's right now living his best life, or he's working on healing himself, and because of that, he's a type of boyfriend that doesn't, he just wants someone that will help him improve and become better, and he doesn't want someone that will make him take steps back. Like, he, how should I put it, I think he is aware that whoever he chooses as a partner could make him or break him. And what I mean by that is not necessarily that relationships have like a big impact on his person. Like, I don't think he has a lot of placements in his 7th house, or, so what I'm saying is like, personal relationships don't have quite that big of an impact in his life, but I do feel that he's not taking a risk and he's not taking the chances. So part of his healing has taught him that whoever he associates himself with and whoever he will want to date will influence him. And because of that, he's trying to make sure that whoever he welcomes into his life is someone that will improve it and have a positive impact in him. Because if they don't, then he sees that as taking a step back in his journey of self-improvement and growth. So again, this 2 cards just tells me that he has been on this journey of growing on himself, and I think the only issue, or like the thing that he's working on, is getting to know himself better and being a bit more confident to just do what he wants to do and do what makes him happy and follow his desires, follow what motivates him, what inspires him, and getting in tune with his creativity. So if anything, like a personal note is like one of the things that he's working on right now, he's struggling with, is to connect with his creativity and allowing for this spontaneous imagination or this imaginative side, or being able to just visualize a future. Like he is struggling with that side of him, and that's a consequence of him going through this healing process. So he's still working on himself, and because of that, I think he's aware that whoever he's dating, if they're not like at their 100%, he'll be okay with it. It's just that as long as this whoever he's dating, the core value is not one where they're constantly testing him or pushing him or cornering him somehow, or intervening or putting some sort of obstacle between him and his growth, then he doesn't want those people. But if he finds someone that, despite not being at their 100%, at their core value, they're still very gentle, very kind, stable, and willing to change and improve, then I think he'll be okay with them, even if they're going through their own journey and their own healing. So yes, I'll leave this here. One last thing that I want to mention is that he moves very quickly. We have 2 birds, 1 butterfly, and 2, I think one is a deer and one is a gazelle. So it just makes me think of animals that move very quickly. And with the magician, I think it's a crow, so that makes me think that he's also very smart, very intelligent as well with this air energy. So the last message that I want to point out is that he may seem to others surface level or having commitment issues, because he is not someone that entertains just anyone in his life. And he is also someone that is constantly moving forward, that he doesn't stay in a place for too long, and because of that, it makes it very difficult for people to figure him out, or it makes it very difficult for people to get to know him. But that's usually because he's a man on a mission, let me put it that way. So he's just focused on his goal. But I do feel that if he ever finds someone that he's interested in romantically, then only then will he be okay to like sit down and have an in-depth conversation with them, so they get to know him at a very in-depth personal level. But I do feel that whoever that is someone that he will really, really trust. So just not anyone will have the honor of knowing him, let me put it that way. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave it there. I hope that you at least found this entertaining, and if not, if you learned from it. And I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and